What is your will, my master?
Hey, what's up, Tyler? This is a demo for your KR Crossguard. I got this done. Actually, I had it done and wired yesterday morning, but this particular crossguard has given me it was giving me the runaround. Man, I had so much trouble doing this because there were just some things that were different with this one that weren't the same with the other ones I've done. Mainly there was a some kind of coating that was sprayed over this over the weathering, which is pretty standard. But I didn't realize the coating was sprayed on the internals as well, so it threw all of the tolerances off. The tolerances for the switches, putting the handle on, everything like that. This guy was it was very unique, and every time I put it down and I thought I was done with it, I'd think of something and I'd come back and I'd want to fix it because I didn't want to send it out with anything wrong with it. It is still a tight fit, but it's a lot better than what it was, and everything does function properly. It just took a lot to get to it. But you have a Proffie install, all three of your blades, so your two Quillions here, and then your main blade. These are all CC Sabers LEDs, or they're the lit connectors. This is a 2-button setup, so your top switch here is your activation, and your bottom is your auxiliary. These switches are extremely touchy, and they're tight, but they do work. Um, so the tolerances on this switch, or on this switch mechanism here, was really what I was fighting at the most, and then towards the end it was putting the handle on. But to get the handle off, what you want to do is I cut the red wire right here, this greebly. So you just want to pull that out just like that. Half that wire goes in that gray holder there, and then the other half stays in there, and that's kind of how we do that. But you want to take this handle and you want to twist it counterclockwise. It is extremely tight. And then after you twist it counterclockwise, just kind of want to wiggle it out. Be very careful, just kind of wiggle it back and forth. It comes out just like that. And then here's your chassis. Um, it's going to be hard to see this red PLA on camera, but when you get it in person, you'll be able to tell. It says KR Crossguard here in Arabesh. Um, Solo Sabers over here for me. I don't typically do my chassis in red resin or in red PLA, but I had some because somebody else had requested a red chassis, and so I thought it was fitting to do it on this guy too. So that's what we did here. You got a removable battery setup, so spring side here for your negative. This holds a 21700 battery, which I'll send. It's this guy right here, right? It was fully charged before I did my testing. I've been doing a lot of testing on this guy, but this thing is still significantly charged, but you will have to get a battery charger. And then here's your Proffie board right here. So it is a extremely tight snap fit down into that shelf, and then easy access to your micro USB right there. But you will need to lift up the board to get to your SD card, and you just pop it up with a pair of tweezers very carefully. You can just pop up the board just slightly like that, do what you need to do, and then snap it back down. If you do that repeatedly over time and you find that the board's not staying as tight as it used to, I do put a little divot in this chassis right here for a piece of 1/4 inch art tape just to hold the board down. I don't think you'll ever need it, but it's there just in case. So let's put a battery in this guy real quick. Don't put this guy in backwards.
What do we do?
I got every font that you sent me, and that last font is actually the Ronin font by Kyberphonic, or it's the dual font, but it's the Ronin portion of that, which is what you wanted. So when you put this battery in and you go to slide this handle on, we'll just slide it on. You want to line up these two notches here with a screw on each side, so you can see it sticking out there. There's one next to my pinky, and then there's one right here. That is what these channels ride in, right? So that's what we want to do. We'll just slide it in here. Now when you get to about right here, it's very tight. You're going to want to push it forward. Just like that. Push it forward, and then you can turn it clockwise to lock it down. Now once it's locked down, you can just take this wire and put it back in this holder just like that, so it looks like it's all one piece. Now there is going to be a screw that comes with this, and it goes right here. in this hole right here. And usually that's what's used to lock this handle down. Once you twist it in, you tighten that screw down. This saber doesn't even need it. So, you know, if you want to put it in there for aesthetics, that's fine. But this saber absolutely does not need that locking screw on the back. It's super solid. So you got motion controls, right? Auxiliary down here. Twist off. Now I don't have two small side blades to show you. It takes 7/8 inch blades on the sides. I've got one little test blade here that I'll pop in and show you that each side works, and then also show you the delayed ignition. But if you look, if I hold this like this, so where you can see here and you can see here, and I hit the power button, you can see that delayed ignition. And we can do that on the other side as well. Just like that. So I'm going to put my little test blade in here. Well, first we'll put it's going to be a weird demo. It's not going to look right, but this is just for the sake of showing you that everything is functioning like it should. My 7/8 inch blade is pretty snug in this guy, but that's okay. So really, right, we've got our main blade in and we've got our side blade in. So you can see that delayed ignition. Just like that. Or of course you could swing it on. And you've got that right there. And we'll twist off and we'll take this blade and put it in on the other side. Now I've got it in on the other side, the engine part is facing you. And this side's working too, right? Then your auxiliary down here. Good flash on flash. Now I'll take these out because they look kind of silly, but I just wanted to show you that these work. So now I got the blades out. We'll cycle through the sound fonts.
Wherever you are hard to find.
This thing's super loud, right? Rogue Vader.
Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren. Just a simple wonder.
Now we're back to so we're back over to the duel, right? So we'll turn that off and we'll pop this wire out of the holder again, and then to get the battery out, right, we just want to turn the handle back counterclockwise as far as it goes. It is tight, remember, and then just kind of wiggle it out. So you just wiggle off the handle like that, and then come over here from the positive side by your speaker, and you can pop the battery out just like that. So yeah, that is your Kylo Ren saber. Let me know if you got any questions, and actually I'm probably going to video call you before I send this out, just so that I can make sure that if you have any questions or anything like that, or I can tell you, I can just have a real conversation with you about the uniqueness of this saber, and you know, we can go over any questions you might have then. So yeah, that's your saber, and I will send this off to you shortly. Thanks.